To move into our second part of our discussion tonight about kill the man's dreams, kill the man, we want to get into some things that that will kill dreams. And we're going to talk about these things and get a little bit into depth tonight. Let's see. Let's go to number one. You can't believe, or I can't believe they can be yours, or my dreams can be yours. What do you think about that, Brother Josh?
Well, that's powerful right there, Brother Tyrone.
You can't believe they can be your dreams.
Let me go back. It's society. It's a mailbox.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We want to believe that they can be ours.
Yes.
But society has us thinking the other way, that
That's
we
right.
can't.
Yeah.
But we, as men, can do anything we want.
Absolutely.
When we put our minds to it.
Absolutely. But we don't always forget that we have to learn how to do it together.
Yeah,
because we
can't do it alone.
We can't. But see, that's what we as men get mixed up with. We feel that we go out there, we work, we get a job, we get a car, a house. We did it on our own. You can't do it on your own.
Can I say something on
Yes.
that part too? As men, we have to be a team. And what
Absolutely.
Let me describe what team means. Together, everyone achieves more.
That's right.
So when we come together as MSF, like you said, over the couple of years, we shouldn't go up and down.
Yeah.
But we're as three strong right now. We're a team.
Yeah.
Because we got each other's back.
Yeah.
We're there when you need them.
Yeah.
And it's always been about teamwork to me. That's why I come to MSF, because you also got me from going the opposite way. Because I was about to go the opposite way until I met you.
Yeah.
But as MSF, over the couple of years the 3 years that I've been here, I've seen it grow and I've seen it fall. But Tyrone still has that vision, because, and I thank God for Tyrone, because there's been many states where Brother Tyrone would say to me, man, I just don't know about MSF, man.
That's right.
I'm worried about it. But,
Yeah.
but still, he keeps the dream alive.
Yeah.
So we can't kill this man because he got the dream.
That's right. That's right. How do you feel about that, right? That you can't believe that those dreams can be yours. Have you ever felt that way?
It goes back, I guess, what I said earlier, part that with society and other people, when it's your dream, when it's your destiny, where it's for a higher purpose, like you know God put you there for a do that.
Yes.
When people speak against it, sometimes when you're not mentally strong, you may get sworn in and believe like, then you gonna start thinking, oh, they right.
Yeah, that's right.
They right. Let me go find me a part-time job and things like that.
Here it is.
But are you truly happy is a question.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when people, you can be truly happy, but again,
Yeah.
you could be second guessing yourself by numerous people speaking against you. It goes back to like with Jesus when he walked the earth, things like that. He always got spoke against. But what kept him going? He knew it was
he had to go to the cross.
He looked at the big picture. Sometimes when you exercise your dream, and you know people gonna speak against you, you have to focus on the big picture.
That's right. That's right.
I know in a long run, man, we really gonna need is organization.
Yeah, sure.
And then also too, another thing that help a man dream is that part of the support system.
That's right. Absolutely.
Like, what's gonna get that dream moving forward? Your supporters, the people that also believe in you.
That's right.
Again, everybody believe in Martin Luther King, but the other people who did, they helped them get their dream across. Things like Barack Obama, John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, and all that like that. Everybody agreed with it, but the people who did, that's move their vision forward.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to number 2. I don't believe I can be that person. I don't believe I can be that person. Now, you just said that, because if other people put doubts in your mind, and what that does is, if you're not strong enough, or you don't have a conviction in your spirit that you don't believe enough, then those doubts can change your mind, just like you said. And if you don't have, it takes a very, very strong-willed person to press through all that mess, all that stuff that you hear, and press through all that stuff to achieve your goals and your dreams. If you don't, you're going to succumb, and that's going to be a dream killer for you.
Yes, sir.
You know, what this came first to my mind about the man's dream is that when you know that you have a purpose and somebody come to you and speak against it, you put that, it goes back to Adam and Eve. He knew that God said don't eat of this fruit.
That's right.
He knew it, but he didn't focus on it because he He started doubting himself when
There you go. There it is. Once that one seed of doubt is planted in your mind, and you're not strong enough to rebuke that, then it's already over for you then. Because what's going to happen is that seed is going to produce after its own kind. And what's that seed? It's doubt, fear. And it's going to continue to magnify your mind, and then you're going to fall further and further and further and further down until you're worth nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're hanging out with your friends. You're stealing. You're robbing. You're getting high. Eventually you go to jail because you have nothing. Or the graveyard. Exactly right. Exactly right. Let's go to number 3. I'm not good enough to have my dreams come true. I'm not good enough. Who told you you wasn't good enough?
Society, the doubters, the ones that want to get where you're at. The ones that have created themselves so much that they, like a bully. Let's take a bully for example. So society is the bully. And because of society, this is the way I think about it. When I was younger, I got bullied a lot. But see, then I realized that maybe it's not my fault that I'm being bullied. Maybe something happened to that person.
That's right.
When they were growing up.
That's right.
And all they know how to do is speak out with violence because that's what happened to them.
That's right. So what they try to do is this reverse psychology, like we talked about earlier. They try to empower themselves by belittling you to be stronger over you, to make you feel that you're responsible.
But you're really not.
But you're really not. But it makes them feel better because now I got something over him to make that doubt and that fear in his mind feel that way.
Man, I just want to echo what Brother Shaw said. Sometimes too, when people don't, I guess, have the resources or have the skills or the ambition to even take the step that you taking, they do one thing where they know, to belittle you.
Belittle you. That's
Talk
right.
about you say, oh, you dad, but deep down inside they know that you're doing everything right. They want to get there too, like you said. But again, they being manipulated by the society boss that they don't know, so they just staying conform to what they know, and they trying to do everything their best ability to conform. Don't get you off track from when you're trying to go off this as well.
That's right.
So we have to be aware of that. You already covered everything when you said.
Brother, let me ask you quick. Brother Tyrone, how do you feel about that statement?
About I'm not good enough? I never felt that way. Now, when I was younger, I always heard negative things. I don't know if you want to make it, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that. But something inside of me, because I was always a loner. But as I grew older, I started reading and started believing. I said, well, if I read and get knowledge, because see, knowledge is your avenue to success.
I like the saying says knowledge is power.
It is power. So what I started to do, and I fought against this for a while, as I started to read, that empowered me to believe, even if I tried, I'm not a failure. You see what I'm saying? I may be trying to reach for the stars, but if I fall upon the clouds, I still have major success. You know, even though we may not have as many in the organization as I want, but we haven't failed because we're still here. You see what I'm saying? So I never felt that I wasn't good enough. Now, there have been times when people have put doubt on or speak negative things about what I'm trying to do. Did it hurt? Yes, it hurts a lot. Do I get discouraged sometimes? Yes, I do. Have I cried sometimes? Yes, I have. But something deep down inside said, you gotta keep going. One thing that always come back to me, if I don't hear nothing else, it was always Brother Josh's voice. If it wasn't for you, Brother Tyrone, I wouldn't be here. If I help one person, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. Same thing with you, Brother Dwight. You said certain things to me. I remember when I first met you, same thing. The MSF has changed you around in certain ways, make you look at things differently. That's all it means. Because now, if I have touched it, even if I die tomorrow, I know I've done my job.
The dream lives on.
The dream lives on.
Then Brother Dwight gonna step up.
You got to go on. You see what I'm saying? So even the principles that I have taught you, they're helping me, but if they're helping you and have changed your life around, then I have done what I have to do.
And that's why I go back and I told you, like when I go out speaking and things like that, the key element of my speech is all, and here's what I learned from this organization, what it is to be a male, and the issues that society and the niggas the community face. So when I go out and I talk to people, the key elements of everything I talk about is from here. It's what I learned here, what issues needed to happen in the community, more programs I have for our males and things like that. Everything that I go out is revolved around what I learned from this organization.
All right, let's go on. Doubt. We just talked about doubt. We know that doubt is a great way to repel anything that might otherwise be drawn to us. We know about that. We are uncertain and distrusting of ourselves. Now that's powerful. We are what? Uncertain about who we are. Majority of us are very uncertain of who we are. And we don't even trust ourselves. Why is that?
Just look in the mirror and you be like, just look in the mirror and you be like, am I doing what I really want to do? And sometimes, and I'm going to concur a little bit with you said, because I look in the mirror sometimes, and it goes back to people, they put doubts in my mind, but it doesn't necessarily that I have to.
You ain't got to believe in it.
But the thought will still come to my mind.
Sure.
Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I taking the steps that I need to be taking towards as following where I need to be towards as, or is it just that they comparing me
to somebody else?
And they destiny, just because some people set up for less.
Sure.
That doesn't mean that you have to set up for less.
That's
when
right.
you reach higher, why they set up for less, of course, there's those two different levels.
Sure.
So of course they're gonna try to talk you down and get you to this level where where they feel comfortable, where they want you to be. So
That's
I
right.
catch myself, am I where I need to be, and things like that. So I caught myself saying that, but then I go back to where I'm not doing this no more like I used to.
Yeah.
I'm still out in the streets, still read, still pray my heart out and cry my eyes on things like that. Still talk about the organization like that. I said, I'm probably not where I need to be, but I'm far from where I used to be a couple years ago.
Sure.
So when you understand your progress, you'll be able to trust yourself. But if you don't understand your progress, if you don't appreciate the little steps that you take, you're not going to trust yourself at all. You're not. Then everybody, when people say something, you're going to doubt yourself. You're not going to trust yourself.
Sure.
If you don't trust yourself, how can you trust somebody else?
You can't. Because it starts in you. And if you don't have that, then you have nothing to build on. You have nothing to build on. That's like the scripture says, 2 men went and built the house. One built one on sand, and the other one built one on stone. Right? So, but when the winds of life came and beat upon the house and went on sand, what did it do? It fell. But the one that was built on top of the rock, it stood.
Had a strong foundation.
Had a strong foundation. There it is. So if you have no foundation to trust yourself, you have nothing in you, then you ain't gonna make it in the first place.
Yeah. Who once said that if you don't believe in nothing, you believe in everything?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because you'll fall for anything. If you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. Because you have nothing to base your life on. You have no principles, no purpose.
I know this is a little bit off track, but it's on track. Goes that when I was in culture, I was talking to a guy. Well, we was reading and studying the word, and I learned that you have to be rooted and grounded in the word.
Sure.
He tried to go back and read. It's a book called Sex and Race. It was by J.A. Rogers, and it had all the different religions. I didn't even give the book. I said before you read this, be rooted and grounded in what you
believe in first. There you go.
Read this,
there you go.
Be confused.
You're gonna be confused.
You're not gonna know
That's
what
right.
to believe.
That's right. That's right.
I didn't even read it when I first got it. I put it to the side. And I waited until I felt comfortable.
That's right.
Had a strong foundation that I believed in.
That's right. That's right.
Then I took it upon myself because I knew how to come back.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brother Josh, anything about being uncertain with yourself, or not trusting yourself?
Whew, Brother Dwight. Ooh, boy, you hit it right on the head right there, buddy. I'd like to say something about my life too. It goes back to when I was younger and I was in school and stuff. I didn't really like school. I was the kid that goes to school just because he has to, not because I want to go.
I understand.
But as time went on, I realized I had a therapist that told me once that, because she really killed the dream when she said this, but I lit the dream back on fire when I did this. She told me, and I told Brother Dwight this, she said that getting my GED was a waste of my time. Remember I told you that, Brother Dwight? And Brother Dwight was the reason that I kept going to get my GED.
Right.
Because coming from the background that he came from, if he did it, then I could do it.
Sure.
So that lit the fire for me.
Right.
It took a while before I trusted Brother Dwight.
Sure.
It did. It took me a long time to get to know Dwight and get to know his story.
Yeah.
But as Brother Dwight was explaining to me how it is to be a mentor, he lit that fire. So that makes me want to help somebody else. But if like you said, Brother Tyrone, if you help that one person, the job is done.
Sure.
So you can't, it goes back to what you said earlier. You can't learn to trust somebody until you learn to trust yourself.
That's right.
Because it's not going to work. Because how are you going to be able to trust him and you're not aware of what you're going to do?
Absolutely.
But if you trust yourself and you know yourself,
Yeah.
you can reach out to the community.
Absolutely. Okay, how about limitation? We put limitations on ourselves.
I don't know why this everything is going back to that society, the box that society has us in as men.
Yes.
And then when we dream about something, when we think it's impossible to reach,
Yes.
we limit ourselves. Like recently, I'll use me for example. Like people think that my career and stuff like that is out of reach, but there's this other group of people, a lot of people who really believe in. But how I break this down, as far as limiting myself, because I used to limit myself and I used to get doubt and stuff like that. But now that coming to this organization, I've seen that it's always about the big picture.
Sure, always.
The current situation.
That's
So
right.
what I do is that I compare myself and be like, hey, I'm focused, I'm making decisions about the big picture. This person making decisions about their current situation. So to strike that limitation, I just focus on this. I like, well, it's always about the big picture no matter what.
Sure.
So if I know a person making decision on their current situation,
Yes.
then I'm not going to listen to them.
Right.
Because they don't understand part of their destiny as well also too.
Right.
So for limitation, I just focus on the big picture, focus on the goal. I know that it's reachable. I know my destiny. I know my purpose.
Right.
And I know what I love to do.
Right.
And I know what I love enjoying doing.
Yes.
So I'm gonna focus on that. So I won't limit myself like I used to
Right.
when I was growing up. Because I always heard, you're not gonna be nothing.
Right.
You're gonna be like your father.
Sure.
You gonna be abusive to women. And you just gonna be in and out of jail and things like that.
Sure. Okay. How about you? How about limitation? Have you put limitation on yourself in life?
Yes. I'm not gonna say a lot to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put limitations on what I want to do.
Okay.
See, I know when I limit myself, and I like limits. I don't know, that goes against the way.
No, because you still got, I know what you're saying, because you still got to have some type of structure.
So I limit myself on what I do.
Yeah, I understand.
I limit myself on schooling. I limit myself on working. I limit myself on making friends and going out and hanging out with friends. Because if I'm going to school and I'm hanging out with my friends more than I'm going to school, I'm not going to be able to go
Absolutely.
do what I want to do.
Absolutely. And that's true. I have put limitation on myself. We all do, and all men do. For those that are watching the broadcast, we as men sometimes put limitations as far as, well, I don't have enough money. I don't have a car. I don't have the clothes to go on an interview. I haven't got a good education. I only graduated 8th grade. Nobody's going to hire me. So I have no choice but to sell drugs. I have no choice if I wanted to make it. No, you put those limitations on yourself. Because anything that you want to do, you can do it. Now, you got to also remember that there's going to be sacrifice in life. Right or wrong? There's going to be some sacrifice that you're going to have to make. Yes, we all have limitations, but are you willing to put the limitations down, put them underneath your feet, and start building upon those limitations that, no, I'm going beyond that. Because, like you said, society will put the limitation on you. Sometimes we self-inflict those limitations, and sometimes other people may put those limitations on you, but you got to be willing to rise above the limitations to go beyond that. And sometimes when you go beyond those limitations, you say, man, I didn't know I could do that.
Like Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
He grew up with his adopted parents.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
He wasn't really good in school. Stuff like that. He got kicked out and removed from a company that he was a co-founder of, things like that.
Yeah.
From two of them. Then go back to Oprah. Recently found out that she was successfully molested by a maid.
In her family.
And married her mother's friend. So
that's right.
Even though through all those things she went to, she could limit herself in easy
There you
say,
go.
well, I don't want to do this. I don't want to trust no man. I don't want to talk to nobody. But she did.
Yeah.
Look what she's doing now.
Absolutely. She's a billionaire.
A famous actress.
Yeah.
On TV. Chicago Times hired her, and now that's her talk show.
That's right.
So now that she's doing,
And she on her own production company as well.
so she didn't limit herself because of the things that she went through or
Exactly.
because of things that happened to
Exactly.
her.
Exactly.
I guess we have to understand that things won't always be stacked against us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we have to understand that there's always a way out.
Yes.
It's that you have to find a different way
That's right.
of navigating through those
There you
things
go.
to get to where you need to be.
Absolutely. All right. Well, our challenge is that there are times when the status quo is comfortable. We don't want to rock the boat. A lot of us as men